Welcome to the Ebbs of History, the show where we dive into the strangest, wildest, sometimes downright creepiest stories the past has to offer. From dancing plagues to pirate queens, you'll laugh, you'll gasp, you'll even groan at my impeccable dad jokes. But, most importantly, you will learn how history is way cooler than your textbook ever told you.
We are history-loving hosts, Zoe, Gavin,
And I'm Jason. And in every episode, the three of us will take a quick trip through time and see what lessons we can still learn today. This is the Ebbs of History. Hey there, history lovers. Welcome back to another episode of Ebbs of History. We're so glad you're here with us today. Zoe, Gavin, we are recording another one right after we just recorded our last one. So I can't ask you how your week was. So, my question for you is, how you doing?
pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Good.
I just got my brain cow milked from that last episode,
That's
so
right.
I'm ready to go.
That was a good episode. I liked that one.
Me too.
Yeah.
I had fun. I liked the connections we made. I thought they were relevant and really fun. And
Mhm. So, today, we're finally touching on something that's in our intro.
finally, pirate queens.
Today, we're sailing to 16th century Ireland, where the most feared pirate on the Atlantic wasn't a man with a peg leg and a parrot. She was a mom with her own navy, her own castles, zero patience for people who closed their gates at dinner time. Meet Grace O'Malley. Okay, picture this. Year 1530. We're on the rocky western coast of Ireland in a place called County Mayo, in a wide bay dotted with more than 100 little islands called Clew Bay, spelled C-L-E-W Bay.
I was putting clue, like Cluedo. Clue.
Beautiful, misty, cold, full of people who really, really like boats. That's where a baby girl named Granuaile is born into the O'Malley clan.
I'm not writing that down.
Nope.
Don't worry about it. In English, we call her Grace O'Malley.
Because I'm about ready for that to be the third question on our fun fact challenge. Like,
I guarantee it is not. Her dad is the chieftain of the clan, a guy nicknamed Black Oak, and the family motto, written in Latin on their coat of arms, Terra Marique Potens. Excuse my Latin pronunciation.
sounds good to me.
Uh-huh. What do you think it means? You probably have no idea, but think about, do you know what Terra means?
Is it something to do with like terracotta, like in the ground, like?
You're close. Yeah, terracotta for that means it's earth.
Is it from the earth? Something like
So Terra Marique Potens.
I'm guessing like from the earth, like derived from, like it's something from the earth, or like
You're close. You're real close. You are really close. Any guesses, Gavin?
No.
Okay. It means powerful by land and sea. So not exactly a quiet, modest family, am I right? Now, quick question. If your family's whole deal was sailing, trading, raiding ships, and basically running a small navy off the coast of Ireland, and you were the only daughter, would you want to stay home doing embroidery?
Nope.
Or would you want to sail with Dad?
sail with Dad.
Exactly.
Dad, can I come with you to work? And Dad would have been like, yeah.
Oh, but wait. That's where our story starts. Because Grace begged her dad to let her come on a trading ship to Spain, and he said no. What do you think the reason is?
Because she's a woman.
Okay. And Gavin?
She was too young.
Okay. You might think
a
it was
woman.
too young, or that she was a woman, or that it's too dangerous. It was, and I am not making this up, her hair was too long.
What?
Her
I mean-
hair was too long.
If she was that committed, she would cut her hair.
He said it would get tangled in the ropes. So what did little Grace do?
I mean, I guess.
That just sounds like an excuse to me.
It certainly does.
Cuts it.
Little Grace, somewhere around 8 or 9 years old at the time, marches off, finds a pair of scissors, and chops off all of her hair. She comes back basically bald and goes, "Okay, Dad, now can I come?" And from that day on, the family nickname for her was Granuaile, Grace the Bald. That's a real nickname that historians still use today.
Oof. It's like the worst nickname. It's being like Gavin.
What's wrong with being bald?
Gavin the Dumper.
So young Grace grows up on the ships. She learns to read and write, which was rare for women back then, and picks up several languages, including Latin. She learns how to navigate by the stars. She learns how to fight. And the O'Malleys, by the way, weren't just sweet little merchants. They were absolutely pirates. They charged a quote-unquote fishing tax
Boy.
to any ship, English or otherwise, that wanted to fish off of their coast. Pay up or we take your boat.
That's insane. It's a little strict right there. It's like ultimate taxing.
What do you think a fishing tax sounds like when a fleet of armed Irish galleys pulls up next to your fishing boat?
What do you mean?
Give me your money.
Give me your money. Not a tax.
Yells?
Just piracy with extra paperwork.
Yeah.
At 16, Grace gets married off to a chieftain from another clan named Donald O'Flaherty. His nickname was Donald of the Battle. They have 3 kids together. But Donald has a habit of picking fights he can't finish, and eventually he gets himself killed. According to legend, Grace then defended his castle from the attackers herself. The story says that she ripped lead sheets off of the roof, melted them down, and poured molten lead onto the attackers below.
Oh my.
Now, is that true? Probably more legend than fact, but the castle is still called the Hen's Castle to this day because of that story.
That sounds like some like home alone shenanigans.
It really does. After Donald dies, Grace doesn't go back to her family quietly. She takes about 200 of her followers, packs them into galleys, and sets up her own headquarters on Clare Island in Clew Bay. She is now, officially, in charge of her own pirate operation. She's maybe 30 years old. Now here's where it gets really fun. Grace's specialty was these long, low Irish galleys. First of all, do you guys know what a galley is?
Nope.
Vast, oared ships that could slip into shallow water where bigger English warships couldn't follow. She would intercept merchant ships heading to and from Galway, demand a tribute, quote-unquote tribute, to let them pass safely, and if they refused, well, she'd take the cargo anyway.
Was she a Galway girl? No.
English officials called her a most notorious woman in all the coasts of Ireland. One of them later wrote that she had been nurse to all rebellions in the province for 40 years. That's basically history speak for she has been a giant pain in our backside for our entire adult lives. Then there's a story everyone tells about Grace. And according to historian Anne Chambers, this one is actually backed up by a Latin document. So, Grace is on a trading voyage in the Mediterranean, heavily pregnant. Like 9 months pregnant. She gives birth to her son, Tibbet, on the ship. Healthy baby, healthy mom. The very next day, the ship is attacked by Algerian pirates. The crew is losing the fight, so Grace, less than 24 hours after giving birth, gets up, grabs a gun, wraps herself in a blanket, and storms onto the deck, shouting at her men, basically, "You can't handle this without me, even on my worst day." And they rally and beat the pirates back.
Wow.
I mean, how badass is that, right? How do you describe somebody who has a baby on a Monday and fights off pirates on a Tuesday? Because mom
Insane.
just doesn't cover it,
Yeah.
right?
Best mom ever.
Right?
Actually, no. That's a lie.
She marries again, by the way, this time to a guy named Richard Bourke, nicknamed Iron Dick,
What?
because he wore so much armor all the time, and his name was Richard.
Oh. Why?
Did you guys know?
Why is the
That-
nickname? Why is the default nickname for Richard Dick? I don't understand.
You know what? I'm sure there is a reason, and maybe we can do an episode of things like that.
Who was the first? Who was the first person who nicknamed their? Who pissed off? Like what? Who? Which Richard?
Richard.
What'd you do?
That is an insane name.
What did Richard do?
So,
I was talking about this with my friends too. Like,
uh-huh.
wow,
what did Richard do? That poor guy.
Guys.
All right, so they get married according to Old Irish Brehon law on a 1-year trial basis. Here's the part that the legend loves. Supposedly, after the year was almost up, Grace barricaded herself inside Richard's castle, called Rockfleet, with her own soldiers, and shouted out the window, "Richard Bork, I dismiss you!" keeping the castle for herself.
As she should.
As she should. Now, historians say that this one's probably more legend than fact. The marriage definitely happened, and Grace definitely ended up with the castle. But the dramatic dismissal scene? We're not so sure on that. Okay, now, my favorite story. The Howth Castle incident around 1576.
Is that house or house?
Howth. I know, I still have no front teeth.
Okay, which
It's-
one? Like house
Or
house?
Howth. That's the one I'm still having trouble with.
House,
I got about
house castle?
3 more weeks. 3 more weeks.
House
And I'll
castle.
have teeth again. What?
Ooh, house castle?
Yep. That is correct.
3 more.
Awesome.
Around 1576. Grace is sailing back from a trip to Dublin and stops her ship at the port of Howth and to pick up supplies. I just can't say that right now. According to ancient Irish hospitality customs, you could walk up to any noble's castle and they had to feed you and give you a place to sleep. It was sacred. So Grace walks up to the castle, knocks on the gate, and the gate is closed. The Earl is at dinner and doesn't want to be bothered. Zoe, on a scale of 1 to 10, how mad do you think Grace got?
Pretty mad. I mean, if it's tradition,
Mm-hmm.
like
I mean, it's sacred.
it's probably like in her mind, it's like, if you're not on your deathbed, come and get this door right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Being a pirate, she's gonna be pretty mad.
You think her temper is higher than normal because she's a pirate? Because she's, like...
No.
No?
No.
Interesting. Interesting you think that. I like that. Grace storms back toward her ship, and on the way she runs into the Earl's young grandson, the heir to the entire estate, playing on the beach. What do you think she did?
Kill him.
Slapped him.
Okay. It's somewhere in between.
We're on very different ends of the spectrum right
Beat
now.
them.
So she does what any reasonable, deeply offended Irish pirate would do. She kidnaps him.
Yeah.
She takes the boy back to her castle in Clew Bay. The Earl, panicked, eventually catches up and asks how much ransom she wants. And Grace says, and this is what makes her amazing, she doesn't want gold. She wants a promise. The gates of Howth Castle must never again be closed at dinner time. And there must always be an extra place set at the table for any unexpected guest. Do you think the Earl agrees?
I mean, yeah, that's his
It's a
heir
pretty
to
simple...
the throne.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple ask.
Pretty simple ask. Heir to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's for ransom. That's not much.
Right, exactly. That's not ransom.
Because she could have gone.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Those are peace terms. The Earl agrees. Grace returns the boy, but here's the kicker. At Howth Castle, to this day, in the year 2026,
Oh my god.
they still set that extra plate at the table for Grace.
At that point, that's tradition.
Isn't that freaking cool?
That's so cool.
That's why this
I'd
is my
love
favorite
to go
story.
there and see that. You know.
I know, yeah. Maybe we could.
That's in Ireland.
Okay, fast forward 1593. Grace is now in her 60s. Her enemy is an English governor of Connacht named Sir Richard Bingham. And Bingham has it out for her family. He captures Grace's son, Tibbet, the one she gave birth to on the ship, and her half-brother, on charges of treason, which means execution. So Grace decides to do something insane. She sails her own ship, a 60-something-year-old grandma, by the way, around the south coast of Ireland, through the English Channel, up the River Thames, and parks at Greenwich Palace
Oh my god.
to meet Queen Elizabeth I. Now, we stayed in Greenwich. We went to the Naval Academy.
Mhm.
When you walked out of the Naval Academy, you could look one way and it was the Thames.
Uh-huh.
And you could look another way, and there was a building just
Yes.
off. That was Greenwich Palace.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have seen it.
Yes.
It gets a little bit cinematic here. The two women, both in their 60s, both ruling in a world dominated by men, sit down face to face. By some accounts, they spoke in Latin, since neither spoke the other's native language. So Grace didn't speak English, and Elizabeth didn't speak Irish.
Boy, Ireland has its own language?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Those names that I was trying to pronounce earlier?
Oh.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Irish.
Gaelic,
Irish?
isn't it?
Oh, Gaelic.
Okay.
Is it Gaelic?
I
That's what I
It might-
thought. I was like,
Yeah.
is
I
it
think
like
it is Gaelic. I think it is.
Other sources say that they spoke in English. So we really don't know.
I prefer Latin.
I do too, 100%.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Truth is, we don't know for sure. So,
We don't even know why.
what we do know is that Grace refused to bow. She considered herself a queen too, not Elizabeth's subject. And Elizabeth didn't have her executed for it, which is completely wild.
Knowing her father. Wow.
Grace presented her case, Elizabeth listened, and Elizabeth granted her requests.
I just got Gavin's joke.
Yeah.
I forget that they're related.
Beheaded and died. Divorce, beheaded,
Oh my
died.
God.
The penny died,
All right, so Elizabeth granted her requests, releasing her son, give her a pension, and leave her clan alone. On the one condition that Grace would stop raiding English ships. Gavin, do you think Grace actually stopped raiding English ships?
No.
Of course not.
No pirate just like does that. It's like the key pirate thing. They never do anything
right.
they're told.
The minute Bingham went back on the deal and started harassing her family again, Grace was right back at it. She kept her fleet active into her 70s.
Oh my god.
Grace died in 1603 at her Castle Rock fleet at 73 years old, around 73 years old. The same year, by an absolutely wild coincidence, that Queen Elizabeth also died. Two queens, two countries, gone in the same year.
Historiography.
Here's the wild thing about Grace. For about 300 years, official Irish histories barely mentioned her. The records were kept by men, in Latin and English, who didn't really know what to do with a woman who led a navy. The stories survived mostly in folk songs and stories told around fires in Mayo. But then, in 1979, an Irish historian named Anne Chambers, who we mentioned earlier, went digging through English state papers and found Grace everywhere. Letters from Bingham complaining about her, the actual petition Grace sent to Elizabeth, a document listing 18 questions the English court asked Grace about her life, with her answers. Chambers' book brought Grace back into the mainstream history, and modern historians now treat her as a real, well-documented figure. Though sorting which legends are true from which are exaggerated is still ongoing work. The kidnapping at Howth, for example, is real history. The molten lead castle defense? Probably folklore. Lessons we've learned today. Grace's story has a few good lessons. You guys got any?
Don't underestimate women.
Yeah.
100%.
Still going on today. It's gotten way better, but it's still happening.
It is, yeah. What's the number now? It's like 73 cents. A woman makes 73 cents for every dollar a guy makes.
There's still the wage gap.
Yeah, there's still a wage gap,
It's
and
just
then
like,
that's just one aspect
Come
of it.
on,
But
guys.
I think there's a lesson to be learned about hospitality here from my favorite story.
Mm-hmm.
Grace didn't kidnap that boy because she was hungry. She did it because she was insulted on behalf of every traveler who'd ever been turned away. There's something powerful about defending a principle, not just yourself. Today, when a stranger needs help, a kid lost in a store, someone new at school, a neighbor having a hard week, you don't have to kidnap anyone. Just keep your gate open. The second one is that history often forgets people who don't fit the pattern. Grace led a navy for 40 years and almost vanished from the record completely because she was
A
woman.
a woman whose stories aren't being told right now.
The women's stories.
Right.
The loser stories.
The loser stories, the LGBTQ stories, the African American stories. Like, think about all the stories that aren't being told right now. Period. Yeah, and this is. It took until 1979 for her to, become part of history, which is all well and good, but it should have never been buried in the first place.
1979.
Yeah.
That's not that long ago.
No, that was what, 30. Well, I was
3
born in
years before you
82.
were born.
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm just like
so 46 years ago.
thinking relatives.
Yeah. And the last one, and the most important lesson from this one. You guys ready for this one?
So ready.
Never, ever underestimate someone's mom.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Period. It's time for the Fun Fact Challenge.
I don't think I'm gonna win this one.
Oh.
All right, guys,
don't
3
think I
hard
will.
ones again. You know the rules. Let me finish the question. First to 3. Nope. Best of 3 wins. I do that every time. Question 1. What was Grace O'Malley's childhood nickname and what does it mean?
Loved it.
I think I heard Gavin first.
I didn't even get a
I know you
sound
didn't.
out of my mouth.
It was Grace the Bald.
He wants it in Latin.
I
Yes,
wrote
please,
that
in Latin.
down. What?
Granuaile.
Wait, so do I get the point?
Yeah, no, you got
Okay.
it.
I was like, you're giving me that point.
How did she get it? Do you remember?
I
She
remember.
cut off her hair because
So she could go on a
his-
trip with her daddy.
Yeah.
and the rest is
All right, 1 point for Gavin. Question 2. When Grace finally got her audience with Queen Elizabeth in 1593, where exactly did the meeting take place?
Locked in.
Zoe?
Greenwich Palace.
In England. She sailed her own ship up the Thames
the age of 60.
at the age of 60. That is right. All right. Tie ball game going into the 9th. What ancient Irish custom did Grace force the Earl of Howth to promise to honor after she kidnapped his grandson?
Locked in.
A custom that the castle reportedly still honors today.
Locked in.
I don't know the name for it. The specific name. Is it a specific name?
It is not
or-
a specific name, no.
Can I still go?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't.
You know what? No, you're right. You're right, Zoe. My rules are you can't lock in too early.
Yeah,
Go, Zoe.
it's having whenever a ship comes in, and they knock on the front door, the front gate, wherever, they always have to let him in and treat him and have him have a dinner, and that the Hoth house didn't accept that, so Grace, and then you know the rest of the story.
Gavin, I want you to give an answer, and I'm gonna judge who is more right, because that wasn't that was kind of like skirting around the actual answer.
When people knock
You
on.
rolled eyes.
When
This is
people-
a audio podcast. Nobody can see how hard you just rolled
You
your
can
eyes
probably
at me.
hear how hard I
You
rolled
can
it.
probably hear it. Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Gavin.
When people come to the castle, or just like any castle, they need to treat the people with hospitality.
Okay. You're both not really right.
Am I closer?
You are closer.
Yep.
So Zoe wins.
What was the answer?
She made him promise that the castle gates would never be closed at dinner
Oh.
time.
I didn't know you wanted I didn't know you wanted the specific.
And
thing.
that an extra place setting would always be laid at the table for an unexpected guest.
Hmm.
So you guys were right,
But no.
but I needed more specificity on that one because there was some hard things there that she made him promise to do, which still happen today.
Yep. Crazy.
This day in history. On this day, June 4th, in 1896, Henry Ford completes his first automobile, the Ford Quadricycle.
Ooh.
He takes it for its maiden drive through the streets of Detroit at the blistering speed of, what do you think? How fast do you think it went?
18 miles an hour.
Okay, and
5 miles an hour.
you? 20 miles an hour.
It's closer. Let's go.
The American audio industry had officially arrived.
Did you know that, like in the early car ages, there was only 2 cars in Ohio, and they somehow managed to crash into each other?
Is that
yeah.
gonna be an episode? Because that's kind of crazy.
That is, I think we should do an episode with a bunch of cool facts like that.
Yeah, just like
Facts
the
where there's
small
not
random stories.
Yeah, not enough for an episode, but just
Kinda
a
like
bunch
our
of them in
sports
one.
episode.
Exactly. Yeah,
I like that format.
that was fun.
I think you just.
The list format.
Yeah.
Also, on this day in 1919, the United States Congress approves the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. What is the 19th Amendment?
Can I get the year again?
1919.
1919.
Anti-Slavery Act.
No.
It's not.
Abolishing slavery.
It's not women voting because that's too early. It's women voting.
It's women voting. It's the ratification.
Oh, yeah, because
They
they didn't.
approved the amendment,
Yeah.
granting the right to vote. And no, it's not ratification. It's the Congress approving it, and then they send it to the states for ratification.
Yeah, because
So good on you, knowing that it was 1920 that it was ratified. Good job. It would become law the following year.
Because I remember it was World War One-ish. Like, I remember it being later, but because it was in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind.
I'm going to do a little bit more than 3 because there's a couple of really cool ones on here. This one, 1940, the Battle of Dunkirk ends as the last Allied troops are evacuated from France across the English Channel. On the same day, Winston Churchill delivers his famous "We shall fight on the beaches" speech to the British Parliament.
What year is this?
1940. Do you know about Dunkirk, bud?
I've heard of it.
Mm-hmm. It's basically, there was a bunch of troops in Dunkirk with their backs against the water, and the German army was pushing them in. They had nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Germany let them go. And there was a whole fleet of this whole big thing happened where the British were trying to send ships over to Dunkirk to pick up these people and bring them back. And it was a whole operation, and there's movies made out of it. And it was a turning point, a not so good turning point in the war, but it ended up being okay after that. And in 1989, on this day, the Chinese government troops and tanks clear Tiananmen Square in Beijing, ending weeks of pro-democracy protests.
Was this the one where the guy got hit by the tank?
Where he just stood in front of the tank? Yeah, it's a very, very famous picture.
Yeah.
This is it.
Do you have the picture?
I can show it to you.
Okay, can you show us?
The exact death toll is still unknown, but it's estimated to be in the hundreds to thousands.
Well, we just search up Tiananmen Square and
That's
it
what I'm
would
doing.
show up like nothing else. There's a video of it as well. He just stands there. They don't hit him.
Oh, they say they didn't, but I remember reading something that they
Did they like?
they did.
Did they like edit out like where they like
Yeah.
the video?
Oh yeah.
It's like Stalin using like basically
See?
Photoshop.
Oh.
I mean, the courage
Yeah,
in that one person just standing there in front of 4 tanks. It's nuts.
and they just roll him over.
You know, we take for granted the freedom that we have. When you don't have it and stuff like that happens,
Yeah.
you know, so such bravery.
It's crazy stuff.
All right, Grace O'Malley sailed, fought, and bargained her way through 70 years on the Irish coast, proving that one stubborn principle, kept fiercely enough, can outlast empires. That's it for this episode. Thanks for traveling through time with us on the Ebbs of History. If you like today's story, share it with a teacher, a friend, or your family on Instagram at Ebbs of History. If you have any show ideas, corrections, or questions, you can contact us at questions@ebbsofhistory.com.
Signing off, this has been your co-host, Gavin.
Zoe.
And me, Jason, reminding you that history is not just about the dates and battles, it's about the people, curiosity, and the weird, wonderful choices that shaped our world. Until next time,
Keep wondering.
Keep laughing.
and keep learning through
The Ebbs of History.